For some gamers, the trailer introducing new characters from Nintendo's fighting game Smash Bros. Has long been at the forefront of the video game industry's most important news. Also, they note the date new characters added to the game in their calendars. But for some time now, the excitement of the above topic has been strongly felt in the industry. On the other hand, Warner Bros. Video game division hopes to fill part of that gap with MultiVersus. The fighting game is set to be the company's take on the combat platform genre. The alpha version of the game was recently released with the release of a trailer depicting 3 new MultiVersus characters, including Velma from Scooby-Doo, Taz of Looney Tunes and Iron Giant. There are currently 15 characters in the game, and that number will increase far in the future. Over recent years, some critics have been criticizing Smash Bros. And laying out their reasons for the issue. Also, the PlayStation's relatively distant PlayStation years, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, was also full of different and engaging characters, but lame in its combat mechanics department. Recently, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl came out in this genre and, with all its charm, fell victim to the lack of soundtracks and limited sets of movements. But the MultiVersus game looks promising despite being in the alpha version, and we suspect it will finally come after a long time of being a worthy alternative to Smash Bros. Also, the game only comes with PlayStation and Xbox consoles and PC platform, and as a result, the absence of Super Smash on these platforms also speeds up the process of attracting MultiVersus audiences. The MultiVersus character list, up to this point, is a balanced mix of old, new, serious and witty characters, and in this game we can witness the struggle of characters such as Bugs Bunny and Batman and even Superman with Garnet from Steven Universe and Tom and Jerry. The attention to detail in this game is impressive and will attract your attention in the early minutes. Each character in the game has its own voiceover, and the task of sounding the vast majority of them has been by the same well-known voices of each. For example, Cake is accessible as Jake's female equivalent through a shell, and when you select this shell, his voice is also changed and essentially transformed into a separate character. It should be noted that the game is not the first crossover by Warner Bros., and previously LEGO Dimensions had a very impressive list of different characters. All in all, it seems that some of the smartest ideas of that game have now shifted to MultiVersus. Most importantly, some characters take different lines depending on what character they are up against. For example, if you're up against Jake with Bugs Bunny, you might hear sarcastic talk about rabbits and dogs collaborating during a fight. Meanwhile, if you're up against Arya Stark, you'll hear talk about whether her cape is made of fake rabbit skin. But if these charms go away as soon as the fight starts, all this attention to detail will be completely futile. In fact, the weak combat mechanics have left many Smash Bros. Clones out of the competition. Of course, this is not the case with MultiVersus. So far the fighting mechanics of the game are not exactly the same as Smash Bros., but there are certainly undeniable similarities between the two. Controlling characters and mastering their skills is really challenging and will require constant practice and repetition. Also, one of the unique advantages that Smash Bros. Is deprived of is the ability to personalize KO animation, and this can include simple bursts to GIFs used to troll. In addition, diversity in the composition of characters leads to variation in combat styles. All the characters in the game are generally summed up into 5 categories: killers, bruisers, tanks, support and mage, but each has its own unique movements that really differentiate them from each other. Due to the vastness of Warner Bros.' set of IPs, it is available to the company as much as the different characters to ensure its content in the coming years. In fact, gamers were already informed that Iron Giant character has been available since the release of the initial version of the game. But the inclusion of Mr. Meeseeks as a support item suggests that the addition of a character from Rick and Morty to MultiVersus will be inevitable in the future. Regardless of Warner Bros.' extensive IPs, the company has already signed a commercial deal with foreign dignitaries including Sonic the Hedgehog and Shell in the LEGO Dimensions game, which could indicate that MultiVersus is not enough on Warner Bros. Characters alone. Warner Bros. Has also been active in advertising the game and does not intend to wait for gamers to spontaneously welcome MultiVersus. Therefore, during the experience of the online section of the alpha version of the game, we encountered no problems. This has been done because Warner Bros. Has opened a special account on the game's domestic tournaments. Also, Warner Bros. Plans to hold a MultiVersus tournament with a $100,000 prize at the next EVO event. Of course, parts of this free game, including the Battle Pass system, are not quantifiable until the release of the full version. Of course, the price of the shells and the speed of the upgrade of Battle Pass, so the test in the alpha version is perfectly ideal and logical. However, The goal of developing a free game is to make money through in-app purchases or promotions, and it cannot be commented on until the full version of MultiVersus is released around this section. All in all, when we take control of MultiVersus characters on the battlefield, it gives us the sense that we've finally faced a powerful and competent competitor to Smash Bros. We hope that the game will be more complete and more vibrant in its final version, and that the vacuum of a combat platformer game on platforms other than Nintendo Switch will be filled by it.